Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. In our last episode, we made it to the town of Tzen with Celes, where we came across our old friend Sabin, who turned out to be a load-bearing monk. However, before the two could be properly reunited, this house started to collapse, and apparently this woman's child is trapped in there with monsters, so it's up to us to save him. On the hum. Yeah, that's a... Where'd you get that expression, Woolsey? We'll be seeing a lot of Woolsey's translations in due time, viewers, in due time. Take that as a blessing, or a curse, if you will. Now, we got some new enemies to deal with. Now these guys are all weak to fire. The PM Stalker, or Night Stalker, clever Woolsey. At the top there is Undead, so if you don't have fire too, you can also go with a Phoenix Down, a Life Spell, a Heal Rod, or Cure Magic, like any other undead monster. Down here we get a Pearl Rod. That'll be useful later on. Now, the reason I have the sprint shoes on Celes is because we're timed on this rescue mission, and unlike on the Game Boy Advance or iPhone versions, we don't have a dash button, so I like to go with the sprint shoes and the hero ring for this part. If you're playing on those devices and you are using the dash button, running shoes would be good for auto haste, or a black belt to give Celes the counter-attack ability, because you want to kill these guys as quickly as you can, and they only have around 300 HP. So if you don't have Vanish and you're counter-attacking every time these guys hit you, you'll be able to kill them rather quickly. However, I prefer the Vanish route myself. Now, the Night Stalkers are able to cast Drain, however they only have a 1 in 3 chance per round of using it, so it won't happen too often. But in this case, where we fight 4 of them, there's a pretty good chance we're going to get hit by Drain and lose our clear status. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Oh well. Oh, come on, you guys couldn't all disappear at once? Oh, anything to waste time, Gabe. Really? Oh, this is not... Oh, Scorpion's new enemies. Now, these guys can cast Doom Sting, which will give you the... Oh, what is it? Condemned status. If you've never come across that yet, or you just don't remember, when that little timer above Celes reaches 0, she dies. And, as you also can tell, they get 2 attacks per round, which is another way of the game wasting your time here. Oh man, now we have 2 timers to deal with. Now these guys, they only have 290 HP. However, their magic defense is 215 out of 255. So as you saw there, even with my high magic stat, Fire 2 barely was strong enough to kill them. Now, if your magic stat isn't where mine is at, which is 55, and you have earrings or a hero ring, the quickest way to kill these guys is with a physical attack. However, rather than waiting 3 turns, I'd rather just go with the 1 Fire 2 spell and take them all out in 1 turn. Again, having a black belt is probably a good idea here as well. And I barely have enough magic power to kill those guys. The Drainer Sword that we just got a second ago is a very peculiar weapon. Whenever you use your fight command, you'll drain HP from your enemies. That's pretty good if you don't like healing or just want to keep up on the healing periodically through battle. However, you do not want to use it against an undead monster because the effect will get reversed and you'll just end up killing yourself. And there we get a Magicite, which I haven't used any yet, have I? Oh, really? This could be potentially bad, because the Hermit Crabs can petrify you, and I don't have a ribbon on Celes. Okay, good. Whew, that was close. Yeah, there was a guy outside that mentioned the enemies in here can petrify you, so if you're not using a ribbon, and then you want to go with the Vanish status. And she seems a little bit low on MP, so we only have 2 ethers. Wow. Maybe I should use my physical attacks. No, we're pretty low on time. We need to get the hell out of here. By the way, that Pearl Rod we picked up earlier, if you do use it to cast Holy, it will break after battle. So keep that in mind. Pretty powerful weapon though. We don't want to hang on to that for a little bit. Come on, we're cutting it close. Come on. Yes, we made it. All right. I like how he's laughing. A minor thing like the end of the world. Yay! Regal music! Yeah, just because Sabin is alive, automatically everyone else must be alive. Yeah, now we're talking. Alright, now we have Sabin back in our party. Yes. Now what I like to do with Sabin is, for the first half of the game, or during the World of Balance, I like to give him Zone Seek to work on his magic power. And when we've reached the World of Ruin, I like to switch over and work on his strength. So he'll be having Bismarck for pretty much the remainder of the game. Now for relics, let's go with earrings, and earrings. Now Celes, I want to give her the running shoes because, well, as you probably already know, we don't have an airship. So we're going to be on the world map for a little while, and sprint shoes, they won't really affect that. So I like giving her the running shoes because auto haste will come in handy in the very near future. But first things first, let's do some shopping. I want to get 2 poison claws for Sabin. Let's see, we've got 5 of these. I can buy fire knuckles now, finally. And Kaiser is holy elemental, if you guys care about that. I'll equip him with those soon enough, and I'll list that in the video description for you guys, as always. But first, let's talk to some of the people here. And just like in the World of Balance, the Serpent Trench will take us to Nikea. Alright, that looks like our next destination. What, you think Kefka is just going to waltz in here? Himself? No. Yeah, he's going to use his light of judgment to burn people. And apparently Mobley's got burned. See, what is it with this game and setting towns on fire? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that is something you guys want to watch out for, is the battle mechanics are going to be a little bit more complicated. Now this guy, if you did not buy Seraphim from him earlier, you can buy it now and it costs something like either 10 or 30 gold. It is really cheap. However, having Seraphim for the World of Balance is much more useful than it is getting it now. Could you imagine going through the floating continent without having Cure 2? Or having the only way of learning Cure 2 being Kieran at 1%? Oh, screw that noise. Alright, so it looks like we need to go to the east. I don't know if you guys can hear it outside, but it is currently raining, which for Colorado is it's a rare occurrence. I really do love the rain. That is one thing I miss about living in Florida, or just other parts of the country in general, is the rain. I don't know if that's because I'm a Pisces and I just love water, but I like the sound of the rain. I like the smell in the air after it rains. It's just so relaxing. Sorry, I was concentrating. I forgot to hook up my PS3 controller, so I was trying to do Airblade using my keyboard, and, well, I pulled it off. Wow, that was a little bit more work than I would like to do on a regular basis, but yeah, that is Sabin's Airblade Blitz. As you can see here, yeah, it's a real pain in the ass without a D-pad, but it's a wind elemental attack that hits all enemies, and it goes off his magic stat. Again, that's why I boosted his magic stat earlier, because both of his AoE attacks use it to calculate damage, and that makes him a very powerful, well, AoE DPSer. New enemies here, Lunaris and Osprey. See if we can't get Fire Dance to work. Alright. Look at Sabin go. One thing I never knew the first few times I played this game is that, ooh, more new enemies, Buffalax and Delta Bugs. These guys are all weak to fire. So a good Fire Dance ought to do. If not, I believe Celes has a Flame Saber, so she should be able to finish off the Buffalax in the back. Wow. Maybe not. Yeah, boosting your magic stat is a little broken in this game. Whoops. Oh, like I was saying, the first few times I played this game, I always thought that going to Tzen was, you know, part of the game. Like, the game won't let you progress unless you go there. Although it is not required. It is completely optional to recruit Sabin. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just come right over here to the Serpent Trench and head north to Nicaea and go on with the game and never pick up Sabin. But why would you want to do that? And even from the back row, we're doing pretty good damage against this guy. Of course, if one of my two weapons would actually proc, that would be nice. If Sabin only had 7 more HP, he would be elite. Another new enemy, Bloompire. These guys have really, really high defense all across the board. However, they are weak to fire. So let's put that to use. And well, physical attack might be enough. Or we could be turned into a zombie. That works too. That sucks. Now, the zombie status in this game is more annoying than anything. It's kinda like being dead, but kinda not. I mean, no potions? Oh, there we go, 25. We want to take those guys out quickly. Come on, Sabin. You know what? I'll go for a little length on today's episode. Why not? It's hard to tell on the map, but way at the end of the trench here, there's the town of Mowgli's. They mentioned that previously. But before we go in here, I want to give Sabin there it is, a Genji glove, and an Atlas armlet, if I can find it. give him 2 poison claws. And a power sash to boost his vigor. Alright, and we want to put him in the front row because he's going to be in fight mode. Let's see, Celes. Yeah, as long as she has the running shoes, she'll be okay. Whoa, this town really got decimated. Holy cow. It's all underwater and nice guard dogs who are just going to let me walk right on by. Absolutely. Make sure you pick up that Phoenix down. Yeah, you can never have too many of those. And luckily this bed still acts as a free inn. By the way, these are called phonographs. I know I spaced out on one of the earlier episodes trying to figure out what those things were called. Which is rather sad because very recently, prior to that episode, I had just seen Eat Man 3, The Legend is Born. It's not really part 3, it's made by a different director, but yeah. Anyways, there's this scene in there with one of those, and I don't know why, I just couldn't think of it. But now, they got rid of all these boxes, and have basically a safe house. Alright. Well, what are you gonna do? You're 6 years old. I'm a freaking load-bearing monk. Huh? Hey, Tara! Mama? What? Hey, we've missed you too. Come on. Well, what's wrong? Yeah, we kind of heard about that. So, what is this? Like an orphanage? Oh, yeah, remember that soldier that we were sending letters for? Yeah, he didn't make it. Oh my. I'm trying to think of a Lost Boys reference here, but no, it just doesn't seem fitting. No one's doing any of that. What? Seems like all these kids here really adore Tara. What do you mean you can't fight any longer? Whoa. Kefka, you bastard! Aw, somber music. But she's the main character. She has to come with us. Well, there is that. Tara, are you hitting puberty? No, she's not hitting puberty, guys. I think Terra's in her early 20s, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, there's nothing we can do here, so I guess we'll just have to head on over to Nikea. Funbaba? Hey, that was that demon we heard about back in Albrook. He's one of those legendary sealed creatures. Oh no. Nice Power Ranger pose you got there, Terra. Alright, Bangarang! Alright, it's boss time against Janice. Now, what we want to do with Terra is go with Bio. Moonbaba is weak to poison. Whoa! What the fuck? Wow. I guess Terra really did lose her ability to fight. And what do you mean you're too young to know what Bangarang is? Hey, that's what we had back then, and it was kick-ass. And it's kick-ass now. All you youngsters going around spewing out words like YOLO and swag, you can sit on it. Bangarang is where it's at. Now this guy, as I already mentioned, is weak to poison, which is why I have Sabin set up the way I did. And you just want to completely make this guy a pushover, just use Runic with Celes every turn, and he'll never really damage you. Yeah, that's the way to go. Strength boosting equipment on Sabin with Poison Claws. Oh man. Yeah, I made that guy look really easy. He's actually somewhat deadly if you get hit by Bolt 3. But then again, I've made every boss in this game look easy up to this point. It's almost underwhelming to say it's boss time because it doesn't feel like boss time. But anyways, yeah, Terra's going to stay here and look after the children. Hey, somebody has to. Dwayne and Katerin over there are only 17. They can't take care of 9 kids. Huh? Hey, Fenrir! Alright. One of my favorite espers in the game, actually. Let's take a look at that really quick. 70 MP, wow. But it gives you the image status to your entire party. And we can learn the almighty X-Zone spell. Let me see her. Oh, she's about to level. Okay, so when Celes gains a level, I'll put Fenrir on here. So she can start working on X-Zone. Essentially what that spell is instant death to all enemies. And while it's not super accurate, I mean, you are trying to instantly kill everything on the screen. So you're bound to get at least 1 or 2 enemies. So that spell is pretty good. I like it. So I want to teach that to her as soon as I can. And when we come back next time, we will make our way towards Nikea. And well, we'll just see how things progress from there. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day, and take care. See you in the next video.